Join us again today. Have you ever received a gift from someone because it was their way of saying thank you to you? I have. Or maybe, have you ever made a gift or done something for someone else to say thank you to them? I have too. Well, today we're going to learn about a woman who is thankful for a man named Elisha, because Elisha is God's helper. He helps to do God's work. And this woman is thankful for Elisha doing God's work, so she does something special for him. Let's find out. Today's story is called A Room for God's Helper. Elisha is God's helper. See, this is Elisha in the picture here. He's wearing green. He does work for God, and he goes from place to place doing work for God. One of the places he visits is called Shunem. It's a village, and in this village, a woman and her husband invite him to stay for a meal. That's why you see him sitting here at the table sharing a meal with this woman and her husband. Look at this picture here. One day, the woman told her husband, "I know that this man who often comes our way is a holy man of God. So this woman wants to make a room for him, and she wants to make it special for him." Let's see here. What does she put in this room? Let's look at this picture and let's see what's in this room. She puts in the room a bed, a table, a chair, and a lamp. She makes this room special for Elisha, and she made this room so that he can stay there whenever he comes to their village named Shunem. Friends, do you know why this woman made this room so special for Elisha? This was her way of saying thank you to him because he's God's helper. She's so thankful for the work that he's doing for God. So making this room special for him was her way of saying thank you. Let's see how Elisha feels when he sees the room. See this picture? Elisha looks so thankful. He's so thankful to this woman that he asks her what he can do for her. Friends, can you think of anyone who is God's helper that you would want to say thank you to? Let's think about some people who are God's helpers. Remember, God's helpers are people who help to do God's work. That means they could help to take care of the church or help to teach about God. Can we think of some people who are God's helpers? The pastors. Our pastors at our church are God's helpers. They help take care of God's church. Who else is God's helpers? How about your Sunday school teachers? Yes, your Sunday school teachers help God by teaching you about God. Is there anyone else that you can think of who might be God's helpers? How about someone in your family? Maybe your mom or dad or aunt or uncle or friend or grandma or grandpa. Maybe they help at the church. Maybe they help to clean the church, or maybe they help to teach at the church, or help to make food at the church, or help other people at the church. They can be God's helpers too. So from today's story, we learned about a woman who was thankful for Elisha for being God's helper. She made a room for him. Can we think of some ways that we can say thank you to people we know who are God's helpers? Yes, we can say thank you to them. Or I also like to make thank you cards for them. And you know what else you could do to say thank you? You could make a gift for them. Maybe make a drawing or a craft and give it to them as your way of saying thank you. There are lots of nice ways to say thank you to God's helpers. Let's think of one person this week that we can show our thankfulness because they're God's helper.
Hi friends, it's Miss Cassie and I'm so happy that you came to join me. Are you ready for our dance verse? Dance verse, dance verse. Okay, so this new dance verse comes from the Bible. It comes from the book of Philippians. Can you say Philippians? All right, let's try it again. Let's clap it out. Philippians. Philippians. 4 claps. Philippians. Philippians. Let's try it together. Philippians. Philippians. Good job. Okay, the chapter of the book is 4. Get your fingers ready. Get your 4 fingers ready. Ready? 4. So it's Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. So just add verse 6. Your turn. Good job. Okay. So here's how it starts. Get your finger ready. Shake your head like Take your finger. This verse starts off by saying, don't be anxious. Can you do that? Don't be anxious. So you can do a little head roll when you say anxious. Anxious. Well, Miss Cassie, what does anxious mean? Anxious means worried. Have you ever seen a worried face? Can you do a worried face? Good job. That's a good worried face. So sometimes you can be worried about, I don't know, you can be worried about going back to school, making friends. Are you worried about people being mean to you? There's lots of things we can worry about. But the Bible says, don't be anxious about anything. And when you say the word anything, I want you to cross your hands like this. Anything. Anything. All right, your turn. Good job. Don't be anxious about anything. But, so part of it is but. You have to say the word but with your finger up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. But, can you do it? All right, let's start again. Do not be anxious about anything, but, all right. But in everything, so you're going to make your hands, cross your hands, make it wide. In everything, by prayer, your turn. By prayer, we know that prayer is just talking with God. So we're going to fold our hands or put our hands together like this. By prayer and supplication. So supplication, that's another big word. Ready? Supplication. One more time. Supplication. Your turn. That means, it means to plead earnestly. It's like you're crying out to God. So you're praying, but you're saying, please, please help me, God. You have like a very passionate prayer. Please help me, God. Please help me, God. Okay? By prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, then add those words. With thanksgiving, it mean? What does Thanksgiving mean? It means to be thankful. So we're thankful for God, thankful to God for all that He does. So let's put it together. Do not be anxious about anything, but with prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving. Now we're going to add, let your needs be known. So we're going to touch our heart twice. Let your needs be known. And then we're going to point up to God. Let your needs be known to God. All right, let's put it all together. You ready? Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, focus in everything, by prayer, with thanksgiving, let your needs be known to God. Very good. All right, and that's Philippians 4, verse 6. Again, Philippians 4, verse 6. Until next time, see you later.
That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed our time together, and we hope that you'll join us next time. We'll see you then. Bye.